Welcome to another one-on-one notary coaching with me, Mark Wills, the educator of the loan signing system. If you are watching these on replay, understand that every single one of these are available on replay to watch at your leisure on YouTube and or my Instagram feed. So if you're watching this for the very first time, like, man, this was actually pretty awesome, make sure you watch every single one. They're all recorded for you to watch whenever you can watch. They're all jam-packed with amazingness. So I am so glad you're here. Everybody watching this live, hola from Mexico. I am on vacation because I'm on vacation. Doesn't mean that your business is on vacation. So I wanted to jump on and make sure I coach you through any of your problems, because I know every single day is another opportunity for you to help your family, help your clients, and build something for you in your future. So I know this is usually one-on-one notary coaching, but if I just get 5 minutes real quick and just say a couple things before I jump into some notary coaching. First thing I want to say is thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your journey. Thank you so much for caring for me and my family. I have so many DMs saying, Mark, you're on vacation. Don't worry about the notary coaching. Be with your family. And the fact that you just care like that means so much to me, but I won't stop working for you. I'm so full of gratitude that I could be able to help you on your journey. I'm so full of gratitude you've allowed me to be part of your business and helping your family, that I could not be here for you. So thank you so much for those amazing kind words that people have been DMing me. But I will spend an hour of my vacation to help you build your business. The second thing that I want to talk about real quickly is, remember, when you serve your clients, the business will build itself. Like, everything I do is to help you. You're why I'm working on vacation, because I'm here to support your growth. I'm here to help you build your business. So if you're brand new to this, you're like, man, Mark, all you do is talk. No, I get people on. So let's break this down. How this works is there's an ad cover icon right here. Jump on, and then let's do some one-on-one coaching. I'm here for an hour. Let's get this party started. How everybody doing today?
Yeah. What's up, brother?
How you doing, brother? Talk to me, man. Where are you from? And let's get a conversation going.
All right, I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm doing really good. I guess my question is, so I've been going direct. I've got, 4 or 5 escrow officers that I work for, and they give me, a couple signings a week. Not like crazy busy, but yeah. I mean, enough to feed.
Yeah.
Pay the bills, feed me. And I've been going into other title offices. I'm going to
stop you real quick. I'm going to stop you.
Go ahead.
I heard a coaching moment. But First off, dude, I want to say I'm proud of you, bro. Like 4 or 5 direct clients. I mean, I hope everyone's getting inspired by our man out in Portland, because it is doable. Okay, here's my coaching moment, okay?
Okay.
So I think a lot of times, and you may have already done this, but I want to make sure that you are doing it. And if you've done this, be like, Mark, I'm already doing that, okay? So, but I heard something I need to talk about to you and everybody is, I think a lot of times signing agents get in this concept of I need to dig wider versus I need to dig deeper. When you told me, Mark, I'm out looking for new title companies, what immediately comes to my head is, does every escrow officer in every single one of the offices you currently use you, do they use you yet? Because sometimes the easier picking is leveraging the relationship in a current office to meet another title officer in that office. Does that make sense? So what you should be doing is like, let's say there's Susie's your client and Jennifer is the escrow officer in the office that has not used you yet. You go up to Jennifer, you're like, hey, Jennifer, I'm the signing agent for Susie over there. Hey, Susie, can you say what's up? What's up, Suze? So anyways, I do signings for Susie, because that's the credibility of you don't make errors, you're reliable. If someone in the office uses you, so will I, right? So make sure that you're digging deeper, because that's the low-hanging fruit in this case. Not going wider. It's always going to be harder to market cold than to market somebody warm, right? And sometimes what we get in the habit of is like, oh, well, Mark, I've done that once or twice and they haven't used me yet. I'm like, dude, do it 10 more times. You know what I mean? Because because like everything in life, right? It's all about credibility of a third neutral party. Susie, or the escrow officer in the office, is your third party credibility. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So your job is to leverage Susie to everybody in that title office. Number one, okay? Number 2, hope you're hearing me. I hope everybody's hearing me. It's too often signing agents don't ask for referrals. So like you got 4 or 5 people in the office using you, right? So let's say Susie. Do you think Susie may know another EO somewhere in town? Yeah. My guess is not always, but probably 60% of the time. Like, well, Mark, I used to work at First Premier Title. oh, my girl, you got to go see my girl, Susan. You know what I mean? Like, my point is, don't be afraid to ask for referrals, because the hardest part in business, period, is getting that line of credibility from somebody. And your client already has that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to ask the 4 or 5 people you already work with for referrals. Does that make sense? Number 2, I hope everyone hears me on this. Sometimes we get lost in the idea of that, oh, they need to refer me to another escrow officer. They could refer you to like their go-to realtor. Like, hey, you have any like realtors that, you know, they need some help passing out flyers or whatever. You know the loan signing system. I don't want to teach all the secrets. But my point is, because you think the realtor might know another escrow officer. Is it starting to click?
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of times we feel like we only need a referral to an EO, and like have the EO refer you to the go-to realtor, add value to the realtor, and then see if the realtor knows another EO that you don't know.
For sure.
So that's what I mean by digging deeper and not wider, because you have 4 or 5 directs already. You should be digging super deep. And when I say deep, it's not only escrow officer referrals, but mortgage officers and realtors get in, add value to them, and now they're referring you to one of their other escrow officers outside of whoever you're currently using.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, most of them I've got is through I got one escrow officer, and then she referred me to these other offices, and it was like, man.
That's my point. So remember, like, dude, a closed mouth doesn't get fed, dog.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, your job is to keep asking, and the point is, it's already working, right? So why are you worrying about digging wider? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Keep digging, and I'm gonna end with this: is I don't only mean, I hope it's sunk that like I don't only mean dig deeper with other EO referrals, but like, hey, is there a realtor that you work with that could use some help on the weekend? Now you're adding value to your escrow officer by helping one of their clients. You get in with the realtor, and now the realtor may know 2 or 3 other title companies that you can get referrals to. Does that make sense? So when I say dig deeper, it's not just get EO referrals. Remember what I teach, man. Loan signing systems about bringing value to every part of the transaction and every person involved in the transaction, and you never know who's going to lead you to who. So don't always worry about digging wider, or dig deeper.
Okay.
Was that helpful coaching on a Monday?
Yeah. But, just this one question though that I have. So I've been going into these offices. The same office are in different areas of Portland. And I give them a gift bag. I talked to them. They were super cool. Like we want to use you. But the lady that vets me, she's not in the office. She works from home. So I've been calling her and emailing her, and I haven't got anything back. So I was just like, what would you recommend? Do I tell the escrow officer?
Persistence.
Yeah,
just persistence. That's it.
Okay.
I don't know if you're a married man or you're a single man, but I mean, the point I'm trying to make is, if you're married, you got to be persistent out of your creating that relationship, right?
Right.
Too often people think business approach relationships are different. It's all the same concept, man. You know what I mean? I'd be getting nervous because there's something in exchange. So just be persistent. Don't treat it any different to my coaching. Like, just be persistent. You know what I mean? Cool. Yeah. All right, bro. Awesome. Hey, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
All right, keep doing it. Let's go. All right, my biggest takeaway from that conversation was, I think too many signing agents tend to dig wider, dig deeper. Okay? Dig deeper. Closed mouth doesn't get fed. You know the way we roll in LSS. You can't just sit in the background and be like, oh, I wish I'd get signings. You got to go out and tell people how great you are. Don't be afraid to ask for a referral from someone that you're currently working with. Add value, and the money always comes. Don't just be like, I need more signings. I need more signings. Be like, what can I do to help your business? That's the loan signing way, man. All right, cool. Let's go up next. What a great start to the day. Let's go, baby. How's everybody doing today? I love starting off with the gentleman. Let's go to a lady. Did I just ask on? Oh, you're doing your hair. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, girl, you look good. You look
Thank
good.
You. I'm getting ready for my Marketing Monday.
Oh, Marketing Monday. Yes. Okay, cool. Well, girl, you're all going marketing first off.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. This is coaching. Tell everybody your name. Tell everybody where you're from, and let's get into some coaching.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Michelle. I am from Orangeville, California, and I'm getting ready right now to go out to introduce myself to some title companies. Last week I did 4. I did find out that Fidelity is wanting $1 million coverage up here in Northern California.
Yeah.
So I asked them what signing services that they might use because I don't have that kind of coverage.
Yeah.
And I also reached out to Lennar Title, and they're going to try to get me into their rotation. But I do have a question for you because I was watching your marketing on.
Okay, hold that question. I'm going to answer it. So remember, fortune's in the follow-up. So today should start with following up with Lennar Title and who else it is. So, I mean, I think, remember, this is like a real relationship, right? I mean, you got a great first meeting. It's like having a great first date with a significant other. That doesn't mean you're ready to get married. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So make sure that your day starts with the follow-up and then going to new title companies. Okay, cool. So question, go.
On the packaging, and I noticed that.
Oh, good question. So let's talk about it.
I love the video. Very good.
Okay, so packaging in the beginning is more of a marketing tool than something that they're actually going to let you do.
Right.
So packaging should be like, oh, I'll drop off docs in a package if you need them to. Some people use the word splitting docs. The point is making sure that you come off as educated, knowing that docs just don't magically fund themselves.
Okay.
I think some people, loan assigning agents, think they drop off docs and then like the funding fairy comes, passes a wand on, and the county of Sacramento gets the deed of trust just magically, right?
Right.
So what I would tell you is your conversation needs to come off as if you, you do, comes off because you understand that docs can be packaged, but they're not going to let you package.
Okay.
Frankly, I'd say 25% escrow officers will ever let you package. Now, when you get deep in with an escrow officer, you're like, look, stop sitting in front of the copy machine. I'll do that for you. Okay. That's how you create loyalty. So packaging in the beginning is a marketing verbiage, a marketing conversation. And at the end, it is a loyalty tool saying, you know, the way they'll never cheat on you is by you doing the extra step that most signing agents don't do. And frankly, it's an unnecessary step, but because it's unnecessary, in my opinion, is what makes it necessary.
Right.
But understand that most escrow officers won't let you package anyways. Even when you start working them for a year, some are just really particular. It's more of understanding that, look, I know the docs split. They go to title, they go to escrow, they go to the lender. I know that because the deed of trust is going to the county that's recording in, that the lender's going to want a copy of it. It's having that conversation to go, wow, like, no notary's ever had this conversation with me. Does that make sense? So
yeah, it does.
Don't get overly lost in really executing, but more just in the conversation.
Okay, I do have a question though, because up here in NorCal, you know, title and escrow is one office.
Yeah.
So does that change the copying and who gets what? The pie? Okay, I didn't think so, but I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. So some companies like Fidelity, First American, Chicago will have a title department and escrow. The escrow department still needs to walk the docs over to the title side. Like, here's the deed. Here's the quick claim deed. Some independent escrow companies will need to like courier that deed to the other title company. The difference is you walk 20 feet versus couriering it 5 miles.
Gotcha. Okay.
Makes
I kind of
sense.
thought, but I just wanted to clarify. You know,
No, good question.
Assuming. Perfect.
Yeah, no, I love it. All right. Anything else?
No, not for right
now.
now.
I'm so proud of you, girl. Like I don't know if you saw the beginning of this. You know, success is one step past your fear, and the fact that you're doing it. Marketing's not easy to anybody, including me, by the way. Yeah. I still get a little nervous. I have conference. I get nervous going on stage. My nerves are just like you. My point is, the difference is me and you work through them, and we get through it. So I'm proud of you for that. It's not easy.
Thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot.
You're so welcome. Well, DM me. Let me know how it goes. Okay.
I will.
All right, let's go. Great conversation about packaging. So let me kind of reiterate that. Some signing agents don't know what packaging is. Some companies call it splitting docs. Basically, when you return a set of loan docs, like the original mortgage or deed of trust needs to be couriered down to the county to get it recorded. That should make logical sense if you're in the business. And so if the original deed of trust or mortgage needs to go somewhere else, then obviously the lender's going to need a copy of the executed mortgage or deed. And so what happens is somebody sits at a copy machine, literally makes copy of the mortgage or deed, and then gives that copy to the escrow company, gives a copy to the lender, and then the title company gets the original that they can record with the county so property ownership could be legitimized. So long story short, it's rearranging the package, making copies. It's kind of a next level signing agent thing. Frankly, it's not even required for signing agents, but I teach my students the entire gamut of what a notary signing agent is capable of. You don't necessarily need to do it, but knowing how to do it is just a huge feather in your cap. And that's the loan signing system way. But make sure you don't overthink it, because most escrow officers won't let you package or split. But just the fact you can have that conversation means you're better than the other 18,000 signing agents who have no idea what packaging even means or splitting means. So, or the fact that the deed of trust goes to the county to get recorded. And so if the deed of trust or mortgage, called two different things depending what state you're in, the deed of trust or mortgage goes to the county to get recorded, it's lost upon many signing agents the fact that someone would need a copy of the executed deed or mortgage in order to fund a loan. So that's the kind of education that a good signing agent has and a successful signing agent has. What's up, everybody? Hola from Mexico. So glad you're here today. Hope business is booming. Let's go. My name is Mark Wills. For some of you who don't know, you kind of might be humbled upon this live. I teach notary publics how to make money as loan signing agents. It's my passion. I'm so honored and blessed and full of gratitude to be a part of so many amazing business owners out there. Okay, cool. Let's go to my girl, Deborah. Oh, what up, Dee? Okay.
Hi.
Hi. First off, be safe. It looks like you're parked, so I am happy. So, okay, cool. Tell everybody where you're from. Deborah is your name, and just rock and roll with some questions.
Hi, my name is Deborah, and I'm from Buckeye, Arizona.
Love it. We got people from all over the country today. Okay, girl, talk to me. I'm all yours.
Okay, so we've been conversing through DM, and I shared some of my wins with you. And I guess based on the conversations that we had, my question would be, how do I deepen the win that I received?
Well, why don't we share everybody the win? Because people are like, what's this win? Everyone wants to know.
Right.
So share your win and let's go.
Okay, so the VP of escrow has put me on everybody's desk as their go-to signing service, and I've also received a contract for their investment account.
Okay. Don't be like, oh, that's huge, girl. Let's go.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Oh my, let's give her a clapping emoji, people. Annette already said yes with 4 exclamation points. People are hollering for you. So look, okay, so this is great. So this coaching would be the same for anybody who's kind of got an in anywhere on multiple locations, right? So my coaching to you is it's your job now to put a face to the name, or a name to the face to the name. That's right. So people know to use you now, right?
Right.
But you want to cement that relationship, right? Again, it's like comparing it to like dating, right? If someone says, oh, you got to meet this guy, you still want to see what the guy looks like. You want to see the guy's personality.
Right.
Even though you trust your friend for hooking you up, you're like, girl, I trust you, but I still need a look, right? That's the same for business, right? You got a referral from somebody. So your job now is to go cement that and see your beautiful smile and see your great personality, your infectious energy. And that really just cements that, right? So maybe you bring him some gratitude at the same time.
Okay.
Like, I'm the person that you got recommended. So that's your answer to your question, right? I think a lot of people just sit back and they rely on the referral. And then they hit me up like 4 weeks later. Well, Mark, the VP told everyone to use me, but no one's using me. Well, the answer is you haven't cemented that face to the name. You haven't cemented that energy. You haven't gone in and shown gratitude. You're just taking the connection for granted, and we don't do that. So that's the answer. So literally, I would take a day, and I'd go to every single office, and I would just say, I'm the person that you got recommended.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
You know, and remember what I teach you. I don't want to give away all the loan signing system secrets here, but don't be afraid to ask, what do you expect from me? Right? So it's like, go in there, have a conversation like a business owner. Like, I got referred, yes, but that doesn't mean I'm arrogant and cocky. Like, I want to know how I can serve you better, and go in and have a business owner conversation about that. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And I'm going to end with this. Go back in and watch the mentorship video from like 4 times ago, maybe 3 months ago, where I talked about how we solve problems, right?
Okay.
People buy solutions to their problems. So I don't want to give away the goods, but watch that before you walk in, because I teach you how to figure out the problems that they're having through conversation. That's in the training. And then I want you to have that same conversation with each person to really know that you're that you are there to service them. Does that make sense? Cool.
Yes.
Hey, girl, I'm freaking proud of you. I'm so excited for you. Don't take it for granted. Dig deep, be full of gratitude, and just be like of service. Okay? Oh, she broke up. Let's go. D, I'm so proud of you, girl. So what, and I mean, look, Deborah's been working at this for a while. A lot of people see signing agents like Deborah go, oh my gosh, how did you get that connection? It's because she's been working. She's been trying to get meetings with the VP of title. You know, success doesn't happen on accident. A lot of us see the successful signing agents and don't realize the effort they put in to get there, right? So the signing agents go, oh, it's slow. And then people like Deborah is like, it's about to get busy. Busy is determined by your effort. That's it, man. So proud of you, Deb. So proud of you. Okay, cool. Who is next? What up, girl? Let's go. Okay, so tell everybody your name, where you're from, and let's have a convo.
Yes, I am Jericho Robertson. I am from Gastonia, North Carolina. I am so happy to be on with you, Mark.
I am so happy that you're on with me, too. I'm happy you're here. Talk to me.
Yes, I have a question. I don't know if I'm stuck, but I know you've been saying about marketing, yes, and to escrow offices and title companies. Now, I have looked up escrow offices and title companies, but I'm just stuck as to the title companies in my area, the escrow offices. So I'm just trying to figure out how to get past this little hump.
Yeah. No, good question. So first thing, and I hope everybody hears this, have you joined your local Facebook group that I created for you, the Attorney State Facebook group?
I have. I'm on there.
Okay, cool. So what I want to coach you on is make sure you're asking questions there as well, because you can tag, I mean, we probably have, I don't know, 500 North Carolina students. Deborah
Right.
Owens is out of North Carolina. So
Yes, I know Deborah.
Deborah's amazing. My point is, don't be afraid to ask that to Deborah. And anybody, I have ambassadors so you can lean on them. I'm a macro coach. The micro coaching comes from the people in your state crushing it, right? So my point is, I'm going to answer your question, but I want to make sure that from here on out, if you got like a state-specific question, like that's what Deborah's there for. So don't hesitate to tag Deborah. You can tag me as well, like at Deborah, at Mark, and be like, hey, Deborah, you know, who should I be approaching? And she'll tell you who you should be approaching, okay? So my point is, don't hesitate to tag her. That's what she is there for. And if you know Deborah, she's the most amazing woman ever. Okay, cool. So I just want to make sure I said that, because I know in the future you might have other questions. I didn't want to leave you hanging in case you can't get on one of these with me. So to answer your question, in an attorney state, that's what you are. You're looking up title offices and real estate attorneys. You're actually not looking up escrow offices, okay? That's an escrow state thing. But in your state, you use title offices, and then a real estate attorney is the same thing as an escrow officer in an escrow state. So my point is, make sure you're just looking up title offices and real estate attorneys, and they will lead you to the promised land. And again, Deborah's out of Charlotte. She can tell you exactly what she Googles, what she looks up. Please don't be afraid to lean on her. But anyone who's in an attorney state, you're looking up title companies, not escrow companies, and then you're looking up real estate attorneys. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. Yes, I will reach out to Deborah. I talk to Deborah often. I will reach out to her. I appreciate it, Mark.
Okay, let me end with this. You know, a lot of times, you know, jumping off the deep end in our business is going in title and escrow companies, right? That's like, I'm all in, Mark. Let's do it. It's scary. It's like, let's do it, right? But there's a point between that, my point is, and that's networking events. So don't be afraid to Google real estate networking events. Where do you live in Charlotte? I mean, in North Carolina.
Gastonia.
Okay, so just type in real estate network events, Gastonia. I promise you, you'll see 5 or 6 of them. And just go there tonight, or go whenever they go, and just go meet somebody. When you meet a real estate agent, like, hey, add value like I teach. Don't just ask for business. And then be like, oh, what title companies are you using? So there's other ways to backdoor into a title office and just going in cold. Does that make sense? Or just using Google. Like, you can meet a real estate attorney at a networking event, and you're in. Like, you're in, you know what I mean? And the best part about networking events is, you ready? They want to be talked to, or they wouldn't be there. And so sometimes when you walk into a title office, you're coming in cold. But at a networking event, like, they're there solely to be talked to.
Right.
Does that make sense? So
that makes a lot of sense.
Your nerves become a little bit less, because now you don't feel like you're selling ice to an Eskimo. You're like, wow, they're here to have conversations with other professionals. I'm a professional. Let me go have a conversation. So if you're a little hesitant or you're a little nervous on where do I look them up, just go into a networking event and ask a local realtor, like, hey, who are you using for title? You know, who's your real estate attorney? And they will tell you, because the purpose of a networking event is to network. Does that make sense? So,
Yes.
so don't, I think the most underused way to get business is networking events in your town. I mean, girl, there'll be real estate agents there by the droves. There'll be real estate attorneys there trying to meet the real estate agents. So use the real estate networking events as an easy way to kind of get your nerves calmed down, and then finding some of those local offices that you're looking for.
Okay, perfect.
Make
Thank
sense?
you, Mark.
All right,
Yes.
girl, I'm so proud of you. I love it. You know why I'm proud of you? Is because the conversation starting of marketing direct. So, oh my gosh, someone just wrote in the comments, I got one of my direct clients in North Carolina from a networking event. Like, it works, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So don't hesitate to use that. But anyways, my biggest thing on the way out is I'm proud of you, because I know you're nervous, but you're doing it scared, and that's what successful people do. So, girl, go get them.
Thank you so much, Mark.
All right, you're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
You know, my biggest takeaway from that conversation is utilizing our community. Look, you know, if I can brag a little bit, the best thing about the loan signing system is our community. It is actually not me. I'm like the least coolest thing about loan signing system. You know, the community is amazing. So no matter where you live, we have students all over the country. Make sure you're networking with other people to figure out what works and what doesn't work in your area. So with that being said, if you want any one-on-one coaching, use the add camera button right where my finger is and get in there and let's do it. Let's go. Oh, what up, what up, what up?
You got.
Hi.
Hi.
All right. So tell everybody your name, where you're from, and let's have a conversation.
Well, this is Linda Lombardi Morgan. How you doing? I'm in
Hi,
Nashville.
Nashville,
Yeah.
I love it with people from everywhere today.
Yes.
So Nashville in the house. I'm working on a Nashville ambassador, by the way. So hopefully we'll have a Tennessee group up soon enough. But anyways, Linda, talk to me, girl. Where you at?
Well, I'm working on my 60-second letter. I'm going to a networking lunch tomorrow. I got ready to go last week. I went. The restaurant was closed. So I'm starting tomorrow. I'm going to a network lunch every Tuesday. And so, yeah, I'm working on my little 60-second elevator pitch.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to give you some coaching here. Now, I don't want to give away all the goods because you pay for that. But make sure you watch in the training. It's either in the course player or in the Facebook group. Just search networking. I teach you how to network when you're at a networking event. Because this is what I'll give away to everyone, even people who are not LSS students. Your networking event should never be about you. I mean, your elevator pitch. Your 60-second elevator pitch should be how can you add value to the networking group you're in. The reason most people's elevator pitch sucks is because it's like, oh, look how great I am. Why are you going to a networking event? To get value from everyone else there. So your pitch should start and end with, I am here to serve anybody in this group. I'm here to connect as many people as I can to whatever they're looking for. Does that make sense? Because networking events become easier when you make it less about you and more about everybody else. So your elevator pitch, Linda, has nothing to do with you.
Okay.
You need to be the biggest person of resource in that. Because imagine if you're at a networking event and someone stands up and says, I'm here to help your business. Do you think when you break down into like individuals, they'll be like, hey, what do you do, Linda? Does that make sense? You want the one-on-one connection after the elevator pitch. Rarely will you get hired for something through an elevator pitch, but you'll get people that come up to you after your pitch, like, hey, what do you do? So talk less about what you do in the elevator pitch, more about what you're there for. I'm here with the intent of helping everybody here.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because how many people do you think are going to say that?
None.
That's my point. But if you're the person who say, look, I know I'm here to help everybody here. I'm not sure how I'm going to help you yet, but I promise you I'm going to rack my brain to figure out who I can network with you, who I can help you grow your business, because that's why we're all here, right? To help each other's businesses grow. And so I'm here to figure out how I can help each and every single one of you with whatever your industry is, because that's what I want to be. I want to be a value add to the community. I would love to talk to anybody after this elevator pitch session to figure out how it is, because I promise you that they're going to be, wow, that's who I want to know.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I hope
that.
everybody heard that. See, the reason people don't make money, Linda, is because everyone's selfish. Everyone is, what can I do for me? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I'm on vacation right now, serving you. That's why I like to think people like doing business with me, because they realize everything's always bigger than me. My point is, I want you to be inspired by that and use that as your mantra of moving your business forward. What can I do for your business, and really show that you'll do anything for someone's business, and then the business, your signing agent business, will then grow itself. Does that make sense?
It
so
does.
Tomorrow, I want you working on how you're going to concisely say, I'm here to serve everyone in this networking event. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but my goal is to help everyone in here get more business, earn more business, give them a referral, because that's what you're here for, and that's what I want to be known for. I want to be known for the Nashville citizen who's here to help everybody, and then naturally curiosity will be created. Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Through that curiosity, then you have conversations. And then through the conversations, when you tell people you're a signing agent, you need real estate agent networking, title company networking. That's how you get authentic and break it down. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Was that helpful at all?
Very helpful. I'm going to rewrite everything I just wrote. I do have another really quick one. I visited some title and escrow offices last week. Met one lady, really hit it off. She really liked what I had to say. She wanted to use me. She wasn't a decision maker. She came back and said that they only work with agents through BankServe.
Okay.
And they have 3 offices. I don't have any signings yet, so I'm just diving in.
Yeah.
So I'm not there yet. But is there anything else I could have said when they said, you know, she emailed me at that point to say we only go through BankServe?
Cool. So you go, awesome. How do I get approved with BankServe?
Well, I don't have that many signings yet.
So okay. So how do I approve with BankServe, and how can I help you? How can you help me get approved with BankServe?
Okay.
Because remember, BankServe, Fidelity, Orange Coast Title, there's a handful of companies out there that have requirements, but that's really them way of weeding out the people who aren't serious. Everything in life is negotiable, including getting a signing agent who doesn't have 2 years experience approved. Amrock's another huge one. Oh, we only take signing agents who are 2 years experience. 5,000 LSS students later who get approved because they're showing value. So what you should be doing is like, oh my gosh, I love it. No worries. Any chance you can help me get BankServe approved? I know that there's only 2 years usually required, but here's the value that I can give that may replace the 2-year requirement. I have 2 certifications. I'm NNA certified. I'm loan signing system certified. I know the importance of not causing funding conditions. I'll go anywhere in this state for you. And keep selling yourself, and just know that is an easy way to preserve. Someone just wrote, I got approved with BankServe and don't have 2 years experience or even 59 signings yet. So that proves my point that I'm not making this up. But your job, though, is to not, you know, one of my favorite sayings is when you see a wall, your job is to build a door. So the very easy wall is, 2 years. Then know what happens? You just turn around and walk the other way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So my point to you is like KBS Notary Service said, just continue doing what you're doing. Ask them to help you through that process. But don't forget to talk through why they should hire you. Okay. Or why they should overlook the 2 years is a better way of me saying that, right? Here's why you can this is why you should overlook the 2 years. Talk about your certifications, talk about the training points that I teach you. And like KBS Notary Services says, it actually does work. Cool?
Do I want to ask for like the decision maker?
No.
In that just
no. Yeah, no, honestly, the decision maker is the escrow officer or title officer. Mm-hmm. So you don't need to go to like the manager. The escrow officer or title officer can vouch for you.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right. I'm proud of you, girl. Go crush that networking event, okay?
I will. Thank you so much.
Let's go.
All right. See you at the conference.
Oh, you got a ticket. Boom. I'll see you. Come from Tennessee. Bye.
Yep. Bye now.
All right. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so excited. Every time someone mentions conference, I get so juiced. By the way, if you're waiting for conference tickets, go check the website. People are returning the conference tickets every now and then. So if you're one of those people, you know, but honestly, people swoop them up before I can tell the waiting list because they just kind of go. So as soon as someone asks for a refund, I refund the ticket, and then automatically a new one goes up on the website before I have a chance to tell the waiting list that there's a ticket available. So I get emails from students like, oh my gosh, Mark, I got a ticket. So just go to the conference website and then check it periodically, and you never know, there might be a ticket available for you. Okay, who do we got next? Let's go with Mina. How's everybody doing today? Let's go. My name is Mark Wills. I teach notaries how to make money as loan signing agents. You're like, man, who's this guy clapping a lot, screaming, yelling, have a smile on his face? My name is Mark, and I'm the educator of the loan signing system. So I'm so happy you are here with me. I got about 15 more minutes, and I'm not going to lie to you. I got to go out, put my feet in the sand, and have a margarita because I'm in Mexico, baby. All right, let's go with Kiana. What up? Hello, yes, me and you, girl.
Hi, Mark.
Right.
This is Kiana.
There we go. Okay, cool. So tell everybody your name and where you're from.
My name's Kiana Charles, and I'm in Southern California, based in Santa Clarita, but working all of Los Angeles County, some Kern County, and Ventura County.
Love it. I love it. Okay, we got people all over the country today. So Kiana, talk to me. We're going to help you.
Is there in offering value, is there another more time-effective way, just because my map is so massive, I can't walk into every office, so via phone call, escrow officers are always super busy, and I literally feel like I'm bugging them when I call them. So what is an effective way to email as well as, call them to get in front of them and offer that value?
Okay, cool. So let me do some coaching. You ready? Because I heard something that I want to get out of your vernacular, and that is I feel like I'm bugging them. Mm-hmm. The only reason you feel like you're bugging them because you don't believe that you really bring them the value that they deserve. See, I don't believe I'm bugging you by putting 4,000 Facebook ads in your face. I don't believe I'm bugging the title company who hasn't used me yet by walking in there every single week, because I truly believe that whatever signing service they're using is not better than my signing service. So the fact that you feel like you're bugging somebody tells me that you don't quite believe in yourself yet. And girl, I'm telling you, you're amazing. It's not that you have to believe that you are the best option for somebody else. That's when it's not bugging them. I don't know if you're married or if you're single. Are you married? Single, married. Okay, so when you were dating your husband, did you feel like you were bugging him by texting him every second when you guys first started dating? No, because you know how awesome of a catch you were. Fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
Did that click?
Yeah.
So the reason you didn't feel like you were bugging your husband in the courting period is because you know how much value that you brought to him. The reason you should never feel like you're bugging a title office or escrow officer is because you know the value that you're bringing them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't want you to saying you're bugging him. So the honest answer is you should be going in every week face to face and stop feeling like you're bugging them and just be like, yo, I'm here to service you. Whatever notary signing agent you're currently using is not as good as me. You don't need to say that, but that's the attitude you need to have when you walk in. Because literally, I'm telling you right now, not every escrow company uses my signing service in San Diego. But that doesn't mean I don't go in every single week and be like, yo, whoever you're using is not as good as me. You just got to give me a chance. Go on.
So question for you there. Most of the officers are tucked in, there's a gatekeeper, the receptionist, and then most of them are tucked in the back. So
right.
Now I'm primarily dealing with the gatekeeper, which I've made friends with.
Yeah.
So how do I do that to get in front, because typically I go with gratitude. I go with some baked goods, Starbucks cards, which I'm going to be honest here, has been a bit of a challenge because, we are in a little bit of a market shift, so I had to adjust my expenses.
Yeah, 100%.
And so I just, I don't want to go in empty-handed. I want to go in and show gratitude, but then also I just haven't been able to access those EOs with ease.
Okay, so there's a couple things I want to coach you on real quick. I think sometimes signing agents get in the mantra in their own head that I have to go direct via walking into a title company. Because what I just heard was a student who is not afraid to say what's up to anybody. So especially in Los Angeles, think about backdooring local title companies by going to networking events in caravans or walking into open houses, because it is easier to get a realtor to say, oh my gosh, I'll give you a shot, build a relationship there, and then have the realtor email their favorite title officer and then go in through the back door with a referral through a real estate agent. And so what I just heard was a student, which by the way I love because I can't teach effort, is not afraid to walk into a title company. So if you're not afraid to walk into a title company, I would say maybe shift your activity into maybe walking into more open houses and or real estate agent network events. Girl, you're in LA. Like there's a realtor event every freaking day, 3 times on Sunday. So maybe it's pivoting the strategy, because what I tell some students is our job as a business owner is to figure out what works and try everything until something clicks. So if you're exhausting to going in through a front door of a title company, it's not working for you, doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It just means maybe I got to figure out if this other avenue works better. So I would say maybe also, in addition to, start trying to shift where you're meeting people, because I think maybe with someone like you have a beautiful smile, you're confident, go to a realtor or a networking event, bring value to a realtor, then have that realtor do the introduction for you to get past the gatekeeper. Does that make sense? So the gatekeeper is now out of the question and the realtor is the one doing all the heavy lifting. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I don't really have issues. Like I can schmooze, or speak to people.
That's my point.
And
That's my point.
As a realtor, I have where I thought it would be a lot more. I would be able to, rely, or not rely, but offer value to those that I already know. I'm just having a real challenge there. They're not using me, or they're
Let's have a conversation there. When you're approaching a realtor, it should never be about using you, because let's be honest, a good realtor does what, 4 transactions a year, and maybe in this super hot market they're doing 15. Let's call it 15. You're barely feeding the family on 15 closings. They're never the golden goose for us anyways. So the conversation needs to be, can I add enough value where they'll refer me to their go-to title officer? Does that make sense?
Right.
So I think if you change the paradigm and the end goal is different, it might be an easier route to business for you. So because you're a realtor, which is beautiful, you got to be asking yourself, what can I do of value for the realtor? Look, very simply, I don't want to give away all the juice on a free Instagram live, but help them throw an open house. Like, hey, girl, do you need me to pass around all the flyers around the open house on a Saturday? Done. Give me the flyers. You know what I mean? Now, that should be enough value add that they're like, oh, what can I do for you? You're like, cool, just can you throw me on an introduction with your EO? Or the best piece of gold is, do you mind if we meet at your favorite title officer's location on Tuesday and you can get and do an in-person meet with me, meet and greet, right? That's where the gold is. The real gold for a realtor is getting that like introduction face-to-face, right? Like, oh girl, I'll meet you down at my favorite escrow officer's office. But the point I'm trying to make is, instead of making the end goal of them using you, make the end goal of how can I give them value enough to where they'll push harder for the introduction. Because what I heard was someone who had a tough time getting past the gatekeeper. So getting past the gatekeeper solution is using a third party to get you past the gatekeeper, like a realtor. Does that make sense? So you utilize, change the mindset of, as a realtor, you know the value that you could add, right? Maybe it's sharing posts on social media. I don't know. You're a realtor. So what kind of value can I add so they can take that next stop of getting me past the gatekeeper for me? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And change the end goal with the realtor and see if that helps you with the problem of, because look, here's the honest truth. I've not gotten past 20 gatekeepers before. And so what I stopped doing is stop banging my head against the wall. Okay, so West Coast title, I've tried 10 straight times, can't get in. So I need to figure out how to get past the gatekeeper. I'm like, yo, I got to find a realtor who works with West Coast title. That's literally what I tell myself. And so I would go to real estate events almost with the eye of like listening, who do you use for title? Once they come in West Coast, I'm like, we need to figure out how we can help each other. That's literally what I do. And so I would eye in at realtor events to just try to figure out what realtor here uses West Coast title. By the way, that's a true story. West Coast title would not use me for like a year. And I got in there though. But I had to figure out a different way, my point is. And so once I realized that going through the front door wasn't working, I had to figure out, I had to find a realtor who worked for West Coast or with West Coast title. And that was my end. And now West Coast title gives me, I don't know, 5 or 10 closings a month, like clockwork. And it was worth every moment of banging my head against the wall. So I think if you change the paradigm of what the end goal is for a realtor, I think it might be easier to get you where you want to go. And then just utilize them just for the introduction. And the best introduction, remember, is getting a face-to-face. So if you bring some massive value to somebody, to a realtor, be like, yo, can you meet me down at your favorite escrow officer's office for that face-to-face introduction? That is the best thing a realtor can do for us. period. You know what I mean? Because the escrow officers walks out because your realtor's there. You're like, oh my God, the realtor's like, oh, this is my girl. Now you're in like Flint. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Was that kind of helpful today?
Thank you. Yes, go drink your margarita. I'm so jealous.
Nah, girl, it's 2 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock. But honestly, if you're having difficulty, you know I'm always available via DM. So please DM me and let's just reroute your energy and see if that works. And honestly, it may not. We may have to pivot again. That's just called business. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if that realtor route works. Add value, or they'll give you the intro. Focus more on that than them using you. Because you're a realtor, you know that you probably have 2 or 3 EOs that you use, right? You know, no one puts their egg in one EO basket. So one realtor can give you an introduction to 3 EOs. You know what I mean? So utilize them, see if you can figure out. Someone just said this was a great conversation. So hopefully it helped you as much as it did everybody. But girl, I'm rooting for you. You know I am, okay?
Thanks, Mark. You're the best.
All right, go get them. Let's go. All right. I thought that was a great conversation. My biggest takeaway from that conversation is, and I'm going to end with this because as a margarita is calling my name, but the biggest takeaway from the conversation is so many people, signing agents, bang their head against one marketing strategy. And then they get discouraged because this marketing strategy isn't working. Marketing is never about one stream of revenue. It is how many different things can I do to create revenue? So just because walking in a front door of a title company works for this signing agent doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And you got to be okay with that. Because someone gets a ton of business from loan officers doesn't mean that that's going to work for you. Just because someone gets a ton of business from real estate agents doesn't mean that that works for you. Because someone makes a ton of money by going to networking events doesn't necessarily that means it's going to work for you. Your job is to try every single form of revenue opportunity, marketing techniques, and see what works best with your personality, what works best for you. So sometimes when you hit a wall, it's not about getting discouraged. It's about, okay, I just got to go and walk in through the back door. And that is why I believe using realtors is really good, because like I just told her, I couldn't get a West Coast title for literally a year. So I would go to networking events trying to find a real estate agent who worked with West Coast title. And I'm like, oh, who you go to title? Who's your title? Who's your title? Oh, West Coast title. Boom. We got to have a conversation. So then I got into West Coast title, and now they give me 5 to 10 closings a month. And like clockwork. By the way, I just said something which I hope resonates to everybody. I get excited off 5 to 10 closings a month. Okay? If enough escrow officers give you 5 to 10 closings a month, you can make 6 figures. That's the key to making money in a down market cycle. In a down market cycle, it's about getting 5 or 10 closings a month from one escrow officer, times that by 10. In an up market cycle, you can get 20 signings from one escrow officer. In a down market cycle, your job is to get 5 to 10 closings from 10 different EOs to get you your 6-figure income. In an up cycle, you can get 20 or 30 closings from one escrow officer. You got to adapt and pivot in the times. Every market in America has market cycles, ups, downs, flat, up, down, flat. It's what we do. But instead of being discouraged that one escrow officer isn't giving you 30 closings, be like, sweet, this escrow officer is giving me 3 to 4 a month. This escrow officer is giving me 3 to 4 a month. This escrow officer is giving me 3 to 4 a month. That escrow officer is giving me 3 to 4 a month. Now, collectively, you're making your 6 figures or your $5,000 a month. So think about getting a little from a lot, and you're going to make a ton of money. I'm going to end with this. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of your day. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll show you the rest of my vacation with my familia down in what I think they call the Mexican Riviera, Playa del Carmen. I'm out. Be blessed. And like I always say, I believe in you so much, but I just can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Let's go. Bye, everybody.